Hello guys, in this video we are going to explore one of the most exciting and aggressive opening in chess, which is fried lever attack. We will also explore some of the most common traps and pitfalls that can occur in this opening. So stay tuned and enjoy the show. This opening involves a bold knight sacrifice that forces the black king to take a walk in the center of the board. The fried lever attack is a variation of the two knight defense which arise after the move e4, e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to c4 and knight to f6. This is the starting position of the fried lever attack. Now white can play knight to g5. Here white has a strong attack on the f7 square, which is the weakest point in black's position. Black has several ways to defend this square, so let's see all of them one by one. The natural move black can play here is pawn to d5, attacking the bishop and also blocking the attack of bishop to f7 square. Now the reason behind this move from black is if white takes the pawn, then black will recapture it with knight. And if bishop takes the knight, then queen will grab the bishop, which is logical, and simultaneously queen is also attacking the knight. So black is fine, he has developed his queen to attack. But now the question arises is what white can do in this position. The answer is knight to f7 attacking queen and rook at the same time. Black will definitely take this undefended knight. Now white can bring out his queen giving check to king and a double attack with bishop on the knight. Now if black move is king to g8 square, then he has lost the game because bishop takes the knight and check to king. Now if black sacrifices queen, still he lose the game because he has no piece available to block this check. Also this game ended in 8 moves only. So let's see from this position again after queen to f3. Obviously if black moves the king here, then you can take this free knight. But the challenge is what if black moves his king to e6 defending this knight. Then you should not move your bishop, instead moving your knight out and attacking the square with your 3 pieces. Now if black moves knight to d4 attacking the queen, then you can take his knight and check to king and get out from here by castling. Now if black play knight to b4 defending his other knight, then don't worry about the c2 square and just castle, because if he moves his knight, then you can activate your rook to attack the king's line, or you can also take his another knight. So black has only one option here is to move his pawn to c6 protecting his knight. White can move pawn to d4 to remove the pawn which is in front of the king. So if you reach this position, you will win 90% of the time. So let's see from here again. Black can also play knight to e7, but it is not good move because black is blocking the way of his queen and bishop to attack. White can play d4. If pawn takes d4, then knight takes d5, and if knight recaptures, then queen to e4 check, king here, queen to d5 check, then king here, and bishop to g5 check, and black has definitely lost the game. So from here again, after pawn takes d5, black can also play knight to a5 attacking the bishop. White can defend the bishop with d3. Black can play h6 to attack the knight and also to decrease the pressure on f7 square. Now if white moves his knight, then black will push forward his pawn, and if pawn takes e4, then knight takes bishop. So here what I recommend is instead of saving the knight, white should move his queen to e2. Now you can see white has pinned this pawn. From this position again, black can also play bishop to c5. Black plays a natural move, then pawn takes the c6. Pawn will again grab it, and now white can play many moves here. But what mostly people play here is they save their bishop. However, what I advise is you can play queen to f3, because if black takes the bishop, you can grab the rook. then bishop to b7. Queen takes the d8, and if king takes, then you can play knight to f7 and then take the rook. So from here again, after knight to g5, if black move bishop to c5, then don't play knight to f7 because it is a trap. Let's see how. Bishop gives check, and if king takes, then knight to e4 again check, and the queen is also coming in the next move. So what I advise is not to fall for this trap. Instead of knight, take your bishop to f7. King has to move, and now the advantage is king cannot castle in the further moves. So now let's see from this position again after knight to g5. Black can also play knight to e4. Now queen is attacking the knight, so white has to move it. After if you play knight to f7, queen will move to e4 and bishop can also move to c5. So you should play bishop to f7. Now black cannot castle. Then d4, and if knight takes, then bishop takes g5. Check to king, and also black lost his queen. Again after d4, if pawn takes, then bring back the bishop, attacking the knight. Now if knight moves to f6, then queen to e2 check, then knight to f7, and also black lost his queen. As you can see, the fried liver attack is a very dangerous weapon that can lead to quick and spectacular win for white. However, it is not without risk, as white has to sacrifice a knight and play very accurately to maintain the initiative. Black can also try some tricky counter attacks, which we will cover in the next part of this video. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video, and please subscribe the channel for more such videos on chess. Thank you for watching and see you next time.